be louder? In my team, nobody's ever asked me to be louder. So thank you. Okay, so I think we're good. So I think there's still some folks in the raffle tickets, like go and get those folks going.
Is that okay?
Let's we'll have plenty of time for the raffle tickets. So thank you all for coming. You guys have fun at Michael's? Yeah. Thank you, Michael's. I'm always, we don't do these very often, we've done them a few times, but it's amazing for me to, I was asking people, where did you come from, or how far did you drive? And like clearly there's a few very happy people saying, you know, traffic was really bad, it took me about 12 minutes. Stop complaining. How many people drove more than 2 hours away? Actually, let's start the other way. Actually, let's start this way. I can't make any mind. How many people drove more than 2 hours? 2, 3, and 4. Okay, I'm almost afraid to ask the question now. How many people between 4 and 5? How many people with more than 5? Wow. I think you people need to get a life. My team always tells me there's so many wrong things that for me to say. But no, thank you so much. I really am grateful for everybody, whether you drove 10 minutes or you drove 4 hours or 5 hours, or it really means a lot. It means a lot to my team, and I really appreciate it. Well, we have a fun afternoon. We have a couple hours here. I'm really excited about it. We're going to talk to you a little bit about the brand. We're going to show you about some quick demos. I want the Michael's team to come and present. Then we have lots of interactive sessions that Jeff, my colleague, will come and talk about. And then hopefully you all walk away infused with awesome energy. So let me quickly just share a couple of things about our brand. And people ask me many times, and I've said this at many gatherings, that people ask me, why do you do these events? You must be here to sell. And clearly we're really excited about the Infusible Ink launch. But we really do not come to these events to steal money from your wallets. We have a very devious plan. A much more devious plan than you think. We're here to steal your heart, right? And there are very few brands. The brands about products, we go straight for the heart. And that's what this company is all about. I want to share a couple of things about it. So typically, brands are experienced through products and through the people, right? But in reality, products are always changing, and people are always changing. Even Ashish will change, right? There's lots of people that you identify with, and things change, and change for the better. But the thing that always stays the same is the essence of the brand story, right? And those are things that should never change. And so, about a year ago, we wanted to, we had a sense of what the brand is about. And we wanted to kind of write it down as a brand story. And as we were talking about it, we came up with this idea that I think is very well represented in this room, is this idea of togetherness, right? I mean, I see lots of lovely people in blue shirts, lots of people in the, wonderful red, orange color shirts. But there's so many people who said to me today, I met somebody through Cricut, through making, and now I'm best friends. Even when you give this, when you make something for somebody, it brings you together, right? So there's this idea of togetherness that we are here to celebrate. So I want to show you a video that we don't put on our website. It's a kind of our own thoughts to ourselves. And every time I watch it, I'm very touched and moved by it. And I want to share it with you today. And hopefully you're as moved by it as I am. So let's roll it.
We believe everyone is born creative. We're a diverse tapestry of thinkers, dreamers, givers, DIYers, handiworkers, artisans, and forever and always, architects of things. Through the act of creating, we turn emotions into objects and ideas into realities. We embrace our fears and play with possibilities.
Hey, Melody.
We share who we are and what we're made of in a very tangible way. At Cricut, we place the power of handmade into the hands of all. We give you beautiful, easy to master tools so you can make something unique, remarkable, perfect. We surround you with community, inspiration, and support to take your creativity further than you ever imagined. And together, we celebrate the exhilarating act of making every single day. So make that handcrafted card that feels like a hug. Design a shirt for fun, for family, or for a full-blown business. Craft with a passion or for a purpose. Make something big and bold, itsy-bitsy, amazingly ambitious, or just plain silly. Whatever you make, just make your heart out. Because here's the remarkable truth. When we all make together, we make all things possible. Cricut. Together, we make.
So now let's talk about Infusible Ink. Really excited. We're going to show you a few demos, show a quick video, but before I do that, I just wanted to share a couple of things. So at Cricut, we have this passion. So I tell my team, we're not a cutting machine. We make the best cutting machines, the best personal cutting machines, but that's not who we are, right? And as we think about our mission of creating helping people create, lead a creative life, we look at industrial technologies, right? Things that cost, tens of thousands, or hundreds of thousands of dollars, or millions of dollars, and we consumerize them and make them more relevant, right? That's our passion. We look at shows and saying, oh, this can only be afforded by a factory that can spend $500,000. How do we make it into a personal, relevant thing that can change people's lives, right? And we've done it many times, we'll continue to do it. You'll see lots of different types of machines, technologies that are inaccessible to people. And one of the, at some point we had this idea of, how do you put the power of Shutterfly at your fingertips, right? Make something incredible that's polished and just make it easily accessible. So we came up with this idea of Infusible Ink, took some industrial technology, spent about a year and a half consumerizing it, getting it to the point where it can be easily used and made accessible and affordable for everybody here. And so that's what we have, and it's better than anything. It's as good, and in fact, we'll show you several products and demos here in the next few minutes. It's better than anything that's out there today for the consumers. And so I want to show you a quick video of Infusible Ink, and then we'll do some demos.
Really cool. It's so bright.
That's awesome.
What's in there?
Am I allowed to ask how is this possible?
I love it.
I'm so stoked for the Infusible Ink. The colors are fantastic, the quality is great. My kids are super wild and they're always getting into messes, so the fact that this will hold up in the wash really well is really exciting.
So I was really surprised to see how bold and bright the colors inside of the royalty design were. They were super vibrant.
When I removed the paper and looked at the coaster, it was such a bright pink. Like, I see where they get the name because it has infused with the material.
To have other people say, wow, that's a really great bag, and maybe they'll come up to me and ask me where I got it from, and I can say, I made it.
Okay, so we're gonna make sure that everybody can see this. We're gonna use some technology here. You need to switch the light. Yeah, there you go. So the core of this, I'll be right back here. At the core of this, as you saw in the store today, is this Infusible Ink transfer sheet, right? And it has a few sheets inside based on the SKU. And inside is this, what looks like a simple piece of paper, a transfer sheet, actually has 5 layers that just took about a year and a half or a few months to make, right? And you think that chemistry is easy, it's quite the opposite. So, and what Anna Rose is going to show is basically she's going to have. I'm going to go find you. I apologize for. Basically, we're going to take Infusible Ink compatible shirt and this transfer sheet and show you the transfer process so you can see it firsthand how magical and how awesome it is. Okay, Anna Rose.
Infusible Ink, as Ashish mentioned, is it's like a paper. So it feels like a paper when you're touching it, but it has a sticky back. So in some ways it's like iron-on because you put liner side down onto your mat and you have to mirror your image. Don't forget that. Don't forget to mirror, because you are now going to be placing your cut onto the blank with the pretty side down. I wanted to kind of show you.
Sure.
Oh, you can see how it's mirrored. Okay, because it's paper, the weeding process is a little bit different. So I kind of wanted to show you. You can do it with your fingers. Now, don't go eating ice cream and then start weeding because it does attract moisture, but can you see this? I'm just going to take this letter out like this. Cool thing about it, now I can use this again if I wanted to. I know a lot of you like to save scraps, so with this you can save your letters for later and use them on another project. Okay, so Courtney has already prepped and pressed the shirt, and this is the really fun part. So we're going to remove the butcher paper. Use your handy tongs.
And how much heat and what?
She did it so fast you didn't even realize it, right? 385 degrees for 40 seconds. Okay? So we're going to take the edge and remove it. Do you see what it looks like, the difference? Now that the ink has transferred to the shirt, it's really cool science. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it, but I will tell you this. It's all about heat and time. So the ink on your sheet with the appropriate amount of heat transfers to a gas, and then it infuses into the fibers of your shirt. It's really cool. So now I'm gonna pull this up slowly and show it to the camera. Okay, so this, I hope you guys got to feel this at the store and in line. It is the softest shirt. Ashish, you wanna?
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's, I'm just gonna stretch it and see if we can show it, right? So this is, it stretches, it's infused into the fabric, it's become part of the fabric. And I'll show some shirts that have been washed, 25 times or 30 times, and how they look compared to a brand new shirt. So this is now part of the fabric. It's not two separate things. And so it's flake-proof, peel-proof, wash-proof, dryer-proof, iron-proof. You cannot take a heat transfer project and put an iron on top of it before it melts. So it's it's really infused, and you have this professional look and feel for the product, right? And we'll show some store-bought examples, and like I said, it's just I'm gonna
It's
try
quite
to do this.
beautiful on
It's
your
like you cannot feel the edges, so it's pretty amazing. What do you think? The next product we want to show is these Infusible Ink pens that you also saw in the store. And this time around, we're going to show you the tote bag, right? Again, these are Infusible Ink compatible blanks that we have. And what Anna Rose is going to show what you can do with it. I mean, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, the pens are one of my most favorite inventions in the Infusible Ink line because they're so versatile. Not only can you use them in the machine with the thousands of draw images we added to the image library, but you can also use them in other ways. Like just with, how long has it been? A week that people have been able to have it in their hands and experiment. We've seen people using them as paint. They'll color on a piece of plastic and then get that wet and use it as an ink that they paint onto something else. This lady right here has been doing some really cool stuff with that are at the demo tables that I encourage you to go look at later. But one of my favorite things to do is have my children draw a picture with the pens and then transfer that drawing to something. So for Father's Day, I had them draw just a cute little scene, and I transferred it to coasters for my husband for Father's Day. And not only was it special for him, but it's special for the kids to be able to, have that experience. So what we've done today is we've created a mandala, and this is in Design Space, and then we colored it with all of the pens. And, okay, one thing I didn't get to mention before she started transferring this is...
Let me just show them. I'm not sure the camera. So this is how mandala looks. This is how it looks. That'd be me.
That's the project. It's in Design Space as a ready-to-make project.
And it's gone now.
Yep.
So this is what the mandala looks.
Here's what it looks like colored. Okay. This is laser paper, just normal laser printer paper. Yep. So now let's do the big reveal. Same thing, I'm gonna remove it with these little tongs because it's hot. Now I don't know if you can see that, but can you see the difference between those two, the transferred sheet and then the one that hasn't been transferred yet? You can, it's just a lighter color. Yeah, so let me show you this. I'll take the mat out of here, but look how beautiful. So the ink has now come off of the paper onto the bag, and it's there forever. These are our two sizes of tote bags, and how cool is that? The same design on two sizes, and it still is beautiful. Okay, so you want to talk about the coasters?
Why don't you do that?
Oh, okay. Okay, so I know a lot of you are really excited about the coasters because we've been able to make t-shirts and tote bags for a long time, but now we have these coasters. They're hard substrates that are compatible with the Infusible Ink line. So there's two different ways, right? You can do it with the sheets or you can do it with the pens. So I'm going to show you here is the pack of the ceramic coasters. You get a pack of 4. These are my favorite. And I want to show you 2 different ways that we have created designs for you. Can you see this one? So on my left, your right, is a drawn version. And then you can see what it looks like once it's transferred to the coaster. We have a lot of draw coasters for you in Design Space designs, but you can also make up your own. You could hand draw them, just like I did with my kids. Then we also have round designs. that coordinate with the ceramic. And I don't know if you can see this, I hope you can, but do you see the difference in the color? It's a little bit lighter, more muted, I would say, on the sheets. And then when it transfers, it's so bright and vibrant. And I hope you've been able to see all of the employees with their different shirts, because we made different pattern shirts for almost every person, so that you can see the wide range of designs. So we're gonna go right here, and I don't know if you can see it.
So we'll just have to like kind of do like
okay.
a dancing coaster.
These ones are Ashish's favorites for sure. It's a whole set of fruit, sliced fruit.
But they're beautiful. You have to.
And all of these are at the table, so I encourage you to come feel them. The design isn't going anywhere, so put your drink on there, rub it around, and it'll never go away, which is one of my favorite
modern
parts.
art.
Yeah. Okay, so the square coasters have a cork bottom, and same thing, we have designs for you, and you can make your own that fit perfectly on the coaster. Side by side. And then what she showed you, here's the drawn version and what it looks like when it's transferred. Pretty cool. We have more to show you later, but what I wanted to emphasize with these coasters is that our teams has spent countless hours, months, years designing the sheets and the blanks to be compatible with each other. And because of that, the quality of our blanks is so much better than anything else. So, here's blanks.
Okay. So there's just so many things. We'll try to actually, if you just maybe come in front of the stage, and that way we can show different projects. This is all not part of the plan.
He's going off script, right?
Yeah. So just pick your favorite project. Let's show some projects. So this is just, again, this looks professional, doesn't it?
Okay, this one's my favorite because this is all done with the pens. And the reason why I like the pens for this sort of concept is because it's so intricate. You couldn't cut these teeny tiny things or teeny tiny letters out of sheets or iron-on or vinyl, but you can with the pen. And now you've transferred it in a seamless way to something you can keep forever.
Okay, so this one is my favorite, it's Sunshine, but it also has iron-on, glitter iron-on on it. So there is a way for you to do both, and it looks great. It has the seamless sun and the beautiful glittery glasses.
Okay, so let's do this. Okay, why don't you help me with this?
Sure.
So, and I don't.
Oh, I thought you did that.
Okay, perfect. So there are two onesies. $17.99, just kidding. So one of them's been washed 27 times. We're actually gonna bring a couple of members of the audience. We're gonna have this lovely young lady here. So again, two designs. One is in Anna Rose's hand, one is in my hand. Actually, you can just stay there, actually.
Oh, we should, sorry.
So which one do you think is, just don't spend too much time. Which one do you think is washed and which one do you think is not?
I honestly can't tell.
Woo-hoo.
We did not pay her.
It's awesome.
Yeah, so this has been washed 27 times. Okay, well while we have her here, let's just,
Should we do the t-shirt?
yeah, let's do this. No, just stay. You're part of the plan.
Wait, let me mix them up.
This is like Jeff's so off the plan. Jeff's like, where is this in the script?
Okay, so there's this one. Want to hold that one, Ashish?
Sure.
And then there's this one.
This one.
No, this is the one we just made.
We're still watched 27 times. You know, I forget about the giveaway. She's getting a prize. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Actually, okay, let's invite somebody else for a second now. Let's do this one.
Sure.
But yeah, Courtney, you should be part of this too. So one's bought for $99 and the other's been made.
$35.99. He always exaggerates.
$35.99. Okay, which one's bought from a store and which one's bought? Okay, well, how many people think that, so Anna Rose, Courtney, how many people think that Anna Rose is the one who went shopping? How many people think that Courtney went shopping? You know, split, and other people, you didn't even participate.
You already saw this, huh? We already, yeah.
Okay, well, so that shirt, actually my mistake, that's the shirt that we made.
Yes. This is the $35 shirt. This is the one that I made to mimic it. Yeah.
So we like still focus on the project. So what I love about Infusible Ink is this is one of my colleagues, Beju, and his daughter Dhwani, who made this, and she made it. She's 4 years old. She colored it on a regular piece of paper, and then we transferred it onto this shirt, and it becomes a collectible for the family.
The mom.
Yeah, so basically there's more of a coloring project that they had to reverse.
So the little girl drew the design, Biju's daughter, and then her mom did this part backwards. Yeah, so the little girl didn't know what she was doing. She was just drawing a picture of her and her dad, just for fun. And then the mom's like, "Oh, we should try that."
Or you can have the Cricut machine draw, a character, and then somebody can writing is very difficult in reverse, but coloring is very easy. So
this one, it's reversed. So I did not draw this. The machine drew this. And when the machine draws it, you can mirror it just like you can in iron-on. So it drew it backwards and then I transferred it, just like iron-on. Yeah.
So we'll try to get off stage here in a couple of seconds. So this one's one of my favorite examples. Where's my friend Crystal? There she is. She was one of the product managers. Alicia, get up.
Very.
This is awesome. I want to go through this. This is pretty crazy. So this is the one sheet. This is the other sheet, right? And then these have been superimposed, if you just do one after the other, in the bottom circle right here.
Yep, layered one on top of the other. So Ashish likes to call it this plus this equals this.
So next one is, talk about this one. What is this? This is pretty amazing.
So on this circle, they colored on the sheet, like a coloring page, and then transferred it onto the shirt. And when I was talking about the pens, I mentioned that a lot of people have been coloring on plastic and then using a paintbrush to transfer the ink. We used this same design, filled the design with an ink, with the paintbrush, and then transferred to a shirt. It's beautiful.
Pretty awesome. And this is the last thing, famous last words. So this is actually help me out here. So this is just what one transfer sheet can help do the range and versatility of different types of projects.
Yep, so we have the rainbow pattern that a lot of you have seen today. On a bag, on a coaster, and on a t-shirt.
So, excellent. Well, thank you. Isn't it awesome? Excellent. So, we're going to break up here in a second. Before I do that, I want to invite one of my very, very dear friends and colleagues from Michael's, Eileen, who's going to tell us how awesome Cricut is.
Yes, right here.
Talk really loud.
Is this on? Oh, okay, good. I know, I
Yes,
already told him
she
that.
just invited me up here to tell you how wonderful he is. Cricut, well, I'll get to that. We'll start with you, okay? Thank you all for coming. I know some of you only drove a few minutes, some of you came from really far away. It never fails to amaze me the devotion that everyone has to their brand, to the Cricut brand, and to kind of the activity of getting together and talking about something you really love doing, and you're willing to drive great distances and let us entertain you for a little while. Launching this product today is really a very exciting thing for Michaels. Besides the store you're in, we put this out in all stores today across the country and through Canada, and we're getting reports back in. They didn't have 300 people waiting when the store opened, but every store had people waiting, which also talks to the power of the Cricut brand, right? Somebody was out there talking about this product in many different Facebook groups. We've been emailing, Cricut's been emailing customers to let them know it's coming, and everyone showed up. So it's one of the most exciting things that's happened to us or for us in a long time. I've actually been in retail for a long time, over 30 years. Sometimes I don't even like to admit that, because then you can figure out how old I am. But for the most of my career, truthfully, when you become a buyer and work for a store, the way it worked was we picked out stuff, we put it in a store, and you bought it. And we kind of hoped you liked it, but you didn't have as many choices, I would say, right? You just you buy what you see in the store. And about 4 years ago, I've worked at Michaels for almost 15 years. About 4 years ago, I moved into the job that I have today in the paper crafting and celebrations team. And so we have Cricut in that group, we have craft storage, I have scrapbooking and party. And one of the things I discovered in that area, I'd never been in a sort of craft-focused business at Michaels, which is kind of ironic, right? Were these communities of people on social media that were together talking about their experiences, what they liked, what they didn't like, what they wished they could find in a store, what they were doing with product. And it basically changed the way we thought about how to go to business for you. We are not here to push stuff. We are here for you and to give you what you need. And so my team spends an enormous amount of time, like Ashish. We don't post as much, but we're more in the lurker category. Once in a while, I see somebody really struggling and I want to answer a question. Once in a while, I answer them, but we try to really watch to understand what we could be doing better. So I think it's really changed the way we look at how to do business. We went from having, I think, a 5-foot space for Cricut 4 years ago to now having...
Just for the record, like 2.5.
We started 2.5. It's 2.5 feet, then it went to 5. We were pretty excited about that, right? That was right when I came in. And now we're at 50, and that's really that's thanks to the power of you, right? That's not, and it's not me, it's you. So you sort of keep doing it, right? Because we need your help. And so now I'm going to ask you for help with something else. For every one of you in here, there's probably 100 people that want to learn how to use a Cricut, and we want to figure out a way to teach them. We think that the biggest opportunity that stands in front of us today is multiplying the power of Cricut, right? And Michaels has a program that's set up now called Community Classroom, where you can sign up to teach classes at Michaels. We are trying very actively, have a team working on putting together a program to teach Cricut. If you go online, the Community Classroom link requires you to upload a syllabus. We're going to bypass that and figure out a way to create the syllabus and have it available for you to use if you want to teach. So what I'm going to do may sound crazy, but I'm going to give you my email. And if you have any interest in participating with this, just email me your name and a contact information, a phone number and an email, and somebody from Michaels will get back to you as we put this thing together. We're working fast. We want to get it up sometime this summer, is to really stand up a pretty robust Cricut curriculum. So if everyone has a pen, and I think you bought a lot of pens in the last few minutes, if write it down with an infusible ink pen, then iron it onto a coaster. Keep it. Keep it handy. It's Miller E, MILLERE @michaels.com. And then we will get back to you. So,
And she will not be creating her own coupons. Right?
no coupons. Oh yeah, you could make things and put them on a coaster and they would be forever, right?
Yeah.
Like a 40 off AORPI permanent. Not for Cricut, but for other things. But seriously, thank you for coming. Have fun at the demos, and hope to see you. Go into your local store and say hi. That was one other thing I thought of this morning. It was really exciting for the people working in the Michaels store this morning. I know you were talking to a lot of them. They came from a bunch of different stores locally to help out. They were all remarking at how excited they were to see this excited group of customers. Like normally people aren't walking around in the store in this kind of quantity at one time with the level of enthusiasm that you have for products. So it got them excited and really energized, and they're excited to go back to their stores. So when you go to your own local store, like find somebody who works there and tell them that you were at this event and how exciting it was and what a great job everybody did. So thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now the exciting part.
Hey everyone. Okay, so this is what's going to happen next. We're actually going to get up and move around and have some fun. So we have set up areas to do displays and demos. So we have one over here on this side, we have another on this side, and then we're setting one up right now out in the hallway, that main long hallway that's over here, that you can go and talk to Cricut employees, ask questions. We'll be making some t-shirts and some totes. But this is really just an opportunity for you guys to, ask questions, check out projects.
All right,
pick them
guys,
up, feel
I'm
them.
signing off.
We really want to engage
I'll be
with you
back in
guys
touch.
and make sure that you're understanding and learning, and so that when you
These
go
are my
into projects
girls.
later tonight or later in the week, you can kind of feel really confident in what you're going to do.
Bye.
So